I'm not yawning. Hello, hello. Hi, Allie. Hi, Fwayand. I'm a little late. I went on a workout. What up, Sarah? I went running and I was like, oh, I'll get back in time. And it's like, oh, I gotta shower. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do that. Oh, I gotta change my tabs over because I went and I bought the book. So, I know it's too early. I'm working on my caffeine. It was a good run. It was a good run, but I had like headwind the entire time, so it just felt like I was running uphill for like the first 75% of the workout. So it wasn't as chill of a workout as it should have been. But that's okay. What up, miss? Hello, hello. And for those of you on TikTok, I am live on YouTube as well. There's like a 98% chance TikTok is not gonna sell. That has actually already been announced and somewhat confirmed. Things can change. But as of right now, China doubled down. So I am live on YouTube. If you are live, if you want to check out the YouTube, it's on my link tree. But you can actually put the YouTube on your computer screen or on your TV screen as well. That's not weird. I think I would do the same thing. I think that's actually pretty cool. What up, Alexis? I'm trying to figure out how to like the camera's there and the chat's there, and I hate that dynamic. But until I can figure out how to like put the chat somewhere over here, can't do that. What up, AJ? Hi. Hello. Hi, everybody. It's been a good, productive day. I have not packed. Story of my life. I fly out tomorrow morning. Story of my life. So, not bad though. Short trip. Short trip like always. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. But I'm ready to start reading because I need to get back into this and figure out what's going on. Hi, Xena. You can be in here. I just don't want you messing with that. Good evening, Nicole. We are ready to read. Everybody got your books and drinks and snacks? Rebel Witch, the whole series was good. Rebel Witch was definitely better than Heartless Hunter. A lot more action-packed, had a lot more twists. I'm still not convinced or fond of the dynamic between those two, but besides that, everything was just pretty cool. I was really concerned. I had like 20 pages left, and I'm like, how are they gonna wrap up this series? It was a good ending. It was good. I was satisfied. Although, I don't like being able to predict things, and there was a few major, like, twists that I predicted who they were ahead of time, and I'm like, did somebody tell me who they were? No, I just, like, I predicted it, and it was just one of those things that was, like, a little too obvious. Like, it didn't really shock me when I found out. I was like, yay, you know now. You know what I've always known. So, it wasn't a bad series. It was very enjoyable, very quick read. I just, like... It just, like, I don't know. Everyone was like, you're gonna be obsessed with it. No. It kind of goes on the shelf with Divine Rivals. It's a fun read. It's a good read. To me, it'll be forgetful. Like, I won't really remember much of what happened. It's a cute story. Kind of. I guess that's the best way I can kind of explain that. I don't know. Just drop in bed to say hi. So exhausted. Running after an almost 3. Alexis, I bet you did a lot more running than I did. A lot more running chasing after a 3-year-old. Okay. I'm ready to start reading. Bristle because I was so disappointed. It was like, I don't know, I expected more of this like climactic, and literally I had 20 pages left and I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna end. Like, it could be good or it could be very bad. And I'm like, oh, it was decent, it was nice, okay, it was good. Alright. What up, Lair? Hey, Nicole. Other Nicole, unless you're the, no, yes, other Nicole. We got a few Nicoles. Alright, guys. I'm ready to start reading. I picked up my own copy, so I have the library book that I'll be taking to the Dropbox tonight before I go out of town. That way if somebody else wants to check this book out, they can. And edition. And I got my own copy. There was a used bookstore that I saw last week that had this. And so I called them up this morning and I was like, do you still have this? And it was at Half Price Books, and the sticker said May of last year. It had been in the store since May, or at least in circulation since May of last year. Well, you have a new home. You are appreciated, and you will be tabbed ridiculously. I hope you're ready, because we're going to have a lot of tabs. Cool. All right, everyone, grab your books and drinks and cats, and then I got to wonder where my cat went. Xena, I don't... There you are. I was like, I don't trust you. Where are you? Hey. Hi. Oh, I miss you. I know I was only gone for like 2 hours, but we both feel the loss. We both feel it. I did not start the timer. I did not. There we go. Are you comfy like that? Just so you know, I'm not like... This is how she likes to sit on my lap when I'm on my computer. But I'm gonna have a book. Little tyke. Yeah, I see you getting all comfy, but I'm gonna get my book. Yeah. I love you. Oh my goodness. What up, Cassie? Let's go, Lorena. So my cat's name is Zeddy, and she snapped it to... Yes, because cats actually, like... If you have multiple cats, give them a different constant at the beginning of their name. Because sometimes they're so similar, they react equally. Here too, and for sure to see Xena. Yes, Bookaholic. Xena's popping in and out. Alright, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everybody. Sam, what are you doing? Out. Okay. Oh my god. What the heck? Oh my god! I'm gonna run out of tabs. Like, I never use pink. And I decided I'm gonna use pink for realism. Because I have a feeling I'm gonna run out. Oh my gosh, this book. Yeah, this I didn't reach a hard part. This entire book is a hard part. Oh my gosh. Like I need to make another video with more quotes because this is insane. Just 3 chapters left in my book. I'm going to roll right into the next one in the series. Do it. What up? Another Nicole? I don't know how many close Nicoles we have. So like, okay, so I was on page 42. When I left off. I've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I don't tab everything. But oh my gosh. Our military is diverse, but not this shiny new branch. They're all white, it seems. A victory for nostalgic racists longing for the good old days of segregated units and separate bathrooms. Doesn't sound familiar at all. They're taken to a train station to head to the internment camp. The guy reaches for her arm, and she's confused, and he says, "We need to stamp the inside of your wrist with your ID number." In the Japanese internment camps, they attached a piece of paper with an ID number to each person. Obviously, in Auschwitz, they tattooed their ID number. This book is a fictional book. If the Internment Act was enacted with Muslim American citizens. So to clarify, these are American citizens who are Muslim. This book was written in 2019 as a what if scenario. But all of the pink tabs are realism situations. Like, there's stuff happening right now. Oh, I think the author likes Doctor Who because there's some references in here, so I have fun with that. So Manzanar was a Japanese internment camp, in the 1940s. And so they're passing by the old internment camp. Manzanar was a historic site run by the National Park Service. But a couple of months ago, the Park Service lost its funding. This was written in 2019. 2019! This is just insane. One detail that's impossible to miss, just like in the train station, every person with a gun is white. And not white like maybe they're Bosnian. This is the kind of white that thinks internment camps are going to make America great again. 2019! Oh my gosh. And then this is, I bought the book. This is, I went this morning and I bought the book. Here's the library book. I was late to the live because I was transferring the tabs over. I bought the book. And then, okay, this quote. What's the thing people always say about history? Unless we know our history, we're doomed to repeat it. Never forget. Isn't that the lesson? But we always forget. Forgetting is in the American grain. Isn't that the truth? Dear Lord God, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is... I'm not even on page 100. Like, I don't tab a lot. I just put quotes, parallels, and random, right? And look at that. Look at that. This is insane. This is insane. And for those who have not been paying attention, it's totally okay. Like, some people don't watch politics, and I'm not here to judge anybody, but there are a lot of things that are already happening. This is turning into an instruction manual. It's not meant to be an instruction manual, but it is very much an instruction manual for current times. It is crazy. The thing is, like, the same administration was in charge when this book was written, except instead of him honing down on Hispanic immigrants, he was honing down on Muslim Americans and Muslim, like, as a race in general. So I made a video today, and at the very top I put, replace Muslim with current group of choice. Like, we all know where we're going with that. And she even mentions how there's different races that are taken to the internment camp, but they all look the same. But there's like someone from India, there's a Pakistani, there's like a bunch of different people that wind up at this camp. They just all happen to believe the same thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, awesome, Nicole. Yes, I'm actually gonna go tonight to my local library and take this back and hope that somebody watches my video and goes to check it out. So this will be ready for them tomorrow morning, essentially. Luckily, I saw this like a week ago at my local used bookstore, so I called them. I was like, do you still have this? I want it. Oh, it's okay, Jill. I am preparing myself. I actually just got my Puerto Rican certificate of citizenship this morning. So that plays into a difficult plan B if the world gets to that. Things are crazy right now. Hopefully they don't get as crazy as they can be. But all I can say is, if you look at every other country that has existed for hundreds and hundreds of years, some of them thousands of years, they've gone through revolutions, they've gone through changes. Like, we are not in a position, we are never in a position in the world where the democracy or the government we have is permanent. It's not. If you study other cultures, if you study how other points in history have been affected, we can very much head to a worst case scenario in this country, especially because other countries are pulling away from siding with us. They're not going to jump in and rescue us. Like, we are our own government, and things can happen. So I'm just studying my books. And I have a palate cleanser audiobook, which I'm kind of bored with, I'm not going to lie. I'm reading Can't Spell Treason Without T. It's like, ugh. Yes, Sarah. I did get another book, actually. I did get another book, because it was actually right next to this guy. Where is it? Okay. Okay. Move over. Hang on. Dumb stickers. I did also get this book. We Are Not From Here by Jenny Torres Sanchez. And this book, from my understanding, there's three teenagers that have to flee Guatemala, and it's their journey from Guatemala going through Mexico trying to reach the US southern border. It had really high ratings on Goodreads, so I'm excited to jump into this one too. But yeah, it was like on the same shelf. I was like, all right, cool. So you're coming home with me. So many good books. So many good books. Sorry. Yes. Octavia E. Butler Sits, yes. Read with a comfy book. Yeah, definitely. Be okay with breaks, but it'll be heavy. Babel gets intense at some point. Ooh, I haven't read that one yet. Without Tea is kind of slow to get into the dragon attack. Yes, Lake, it's cozy. I get it. A cozy fantasy is not meant to be something riled up, action packed. I understand that. But like, I feel like I enjoyed Legends and Lattes and Bookshops and Bone Dust. Like, I enjoyed that level of cozy fantasy. Can't Spell Treason Without Tea. I don't know. I guess I get kind of tired of the banter between the two. Like, is her name Kaith? Or maybe I'm just thinking her, like, they're calling her Kay. But I don't know. A lot of her, like, dialogue just feels kind of forced. So I have a really hard time just kind of enjoying the book, because I'm like, oh. Like, I'd be the one eye-rolling her puns. But, like, anybody makes a comment and she's like, oh, you just want me that much. And I'm like, girl, no, stop. Kayanth, yes. Rain calls her Kay sometimes. That's what it is. And so it's like, I do enjoy the story as a cozy fantasy. I do. I guess I just gotta get more used to, like, the fact that there's a lot more banter, a lot more of just, like, this. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's interesting. 4 books to my TBR in this 10-minute break. Do I have more? Wait, who was telling me in my messages? Somebody was telling me about the book Ascendant. Are you here? Who was that? Go. I like the banter, but that's because I'm a lot like Camp. Yeah, I think I'm just not used to it. I think I'm so focused on plot that I'm just not used to it. So I can't say the banter is bad. I just think I'm not used to it. Thanks for the roses. Downloaded Internment from Libby. Yes! Awesome! What up, Cam? Hello. Welcome in. You're just on time for our next reading sprint. Yeah, it's... Get ready for tabs and quotes. Like, I had to delegate a parallels tab, a quotes tab, and a random tab. So I got TARDIS, Doctor Who stuff in blue, quotes in green, and pink is just holy crap. Ooh, I just started that one today, Lake. Alright, happy sprinting, everyone. Ooh, yes. Thank you. It's in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. back to reality. Which really isn't much different. Well, I learned something in that sprint, and I don't know if Xena figured it out because she's smart but dumb at the exact same time. Xena was playing fetch. There's this little cat toy that she's obsessed with, and like, if she ever accidentally slips it under the oven or under the washing machine, like, she knows. And for days, she will meow until she gets my attention to, like, get a stick and dig it out. She kept bringing me the toy and looking at me, and I kept throwing it. I was like, oh my god, I'm playing fetch with my cat. Another chapter down in Sunbearer Trials. Oh, Alex just finished Onyx Storm. How we feeling? No spoilers, how we feeling? Sorry, I thought I just heard Xena, but I did not. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Sorry guys, I had a good workout today and I'm still kind of exhausted from the workout. It is gonna be hot Cheetos in the next sprint for sure. What time is it? I'm trying to figure out sprints. So it'll be 1, 2. We'll plan for 2 more sprints, maybe 3. Just depends, maybe 3. Gonna start Aragon. Awesome, Billy. Yes. 58% through Iron Flame for Cassie. Oh, Gabriella, food first. Always, food first. Have read any Aiden Thomas books? I have not. Who? Hang on. Remarkably Bright Creatures. How's Marcellus? How's Marcellus treating you? Nigel since 5 minutes ago. Yeah, Alex, it was the ending. I mean, it was not expecting that. No. That was really good and important, don't get me wrong, but it's not scratching. I've heard it's a tough book to get into. I have not read it myself, but I've heard you have to be in the right mindset for it. What are you doing? Xena. Xena. Oh, she found her toy. I'm reading Blood on Her Tongue. I have not heard of that one, Megan. Don't know what to pick up. I mean, there's like a million books I can recommend. He's so amazing and funny. Yes. Everyone, yeah, I think I still read that audiobook at like a 1.25 or 1.5 or something. I always speed it up. But it's just Marcellus is just brilliant. And then the second half of the book is just way more sass. I love it. Book Queen Legendborn is in front of me. Do it! Legendborn! Ooh, Legendborn or Aragon. Aragon is a commitment. But everyone needs to read it to know why I'm obsessed with it. 50% through Catching Fire. Reading Empire Storms for the first time. Nice. Are you doing the tandem or just one at a time? Book clubs talk about Marcellus. Yes, my book club. I mean, I told them it's like Marcellus audio. Marcellus on audio is the key. Is brilliant. Today, I'm going to start the Wicked audiobook. Gabriella, how did David Tennant treat you? How was my guy? Reading Miss Peregrine's... Home for Peculiar Children. That's right. The other book is dried. It has personality now. Hi, Christina. Legendborn, it's on my hold list. I'm glad it's getting the attention it deserves. I'm like really mad last year that people told me I would like it. They told me I should read it. Nobody said, by the way, the lore of King Arthur plays a part of it. I would have read it so much sooner. I need to know the hype for Aragon. Yes. Once I like reading the way things are published. No, it's totally fine, Cassie. There's no wrong way to read the series. None. I did tandem only because I've never done it before and I thought it'd be like a fun challenge. Oh, yeah, you loved his voice. Okay, David Tennant, How to Train Your Dragon. David Tennant narrates How to Train Your Dragon. David Tennant fanatics like myself. There you go. Story-wise, I was so confused. It was interesting. It was definitely interesting. I remember listening to the book when I was doing like monotonous work. Like it was just like kind of data entry kind of thing. And I was able to follow it, but a few times I was like, where is this going? So I think I would have given it a 4 if I would have read it, but because of Marcellus, up. It's Arthurian. Yes, Legendborn ties in the lore of King Arthur and the Round Table with the storyline. I didn't know that. I'm like, you guys realize that you're pitching a book to me based on the author, which is fantastic. I had the book, but I would have read it so much faster had you said King Arthur. Have I watched Merlin? Have I watched Merlin on repeat? Do I love that show so much? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have seen it so many times. I've seen it. Oh my god. The Merlin TV show was just, mwah, chef's kiss. I gave it a 4. Again, yeah, I probably would have given it a 4, but I just had to give Marcellus more credit. The narrator from Marcellus was just, I had to. Do y'all intend to read a day? Cassie, it depends on the book. So for example, I was reading, I think it was Legendborn had smaller fonts, and I was reading maybe like 15, 20 pages every 30 minutes. And then I moved over to Crimson Moth, which is Heartless Hunter, bigger fonts, and then I was doing like 25 to 30 pages every 30 minutes. So I have no accurate answer to that question due to the font size and margin spacing and line spacing of each individual book and book height. So, Legendborn series, then Aragon. I'm okay with that. I love Arthurian myth and especially love different cultural takes or ties. Yes. And there's always like a Morgana, Morgaines. Like there's always some kind of like villainous rivalry that's tied in as well. Defy the Night. I have it. I have the Defy the Night series. I haven't read it yet. Have not read it yet. I need to. I haven't yet. Driving to Walgreens to get snacks while I read or just do... You save the money on delivery fees if you go and get it yourself, and you can use the delivery fees to get more snacks. Blood on Her Tongue is a gothic fantasy horror according to Goodreads. I've questioned sometimes. Goodreads, I don't know if Goodreads gets it right all the time. 50 to 200, it depends rarely, 300, yeah. So you read other books. Gabriella, I feel like that with all my books. I should start this, but I have like everything else. What up, Bookish Dispatcher? Thanks for the heart, me. Reading's literally my life. Girl math, exactly, especially when it comes to food. Did you bring me the toy? Okay, so this is the toy that Xena is obsessed with. Okay, ever since she first got hold of this toy, this is like Xena's toy. I know, I see that. Let me just, yeah. So she keeps bringing it to me so I can throw it. I do have Fearless. I still haven't read it yet, but I have decided that before I ever read the Powerless series, I'm going to be reading Red Queen. I'll read the OG before I read the Inspired by. Really got Murtagh. Yes! Your TBR pile is huge. I feel ya. I know what that's like, having a very large TBR pile. I'm actually, hopefully next week, so I bought extra shelves for my bookshelves, just to kind of like move everything up a little bit, just to try and rearrange my books a little bit so they fit better, because I have a problem. But also, since TikTok is like 98% not gonna stick around, I'm gonna try and move things over to YouTube. So I'm gonna try and lay out my books so that by the way, if you guys want to, I'm live on YouTube right now. And you can throw it on your TV or on your computer screen. But on my YouTube lives, I want to make sure like my books need to be displayed this way, not this way. Which I'm kind of bummed because, you know, the LED light, if you're on YouTube, you don't see that I have like a whole LED light on top of my bookshelf. But I just want to make sure that you're able to see more of my books on the horizontal, the ones that I have read. People talking about the book prices soaring already. Yeah, between the materials to make the paper and the printing, book prices are going to go up. They are. The ones that have already been printed already have the retail price on them, but moving forward, yeah, book prices are going to go up. Tariffs are affecting books. That's not a just in case. No, like, we get our paper from Canada. Canada gets their books printed by us. Like, I ordered a book from Waterstones and a book from Blackwell's, and I'm testing to see if I'm going to be charged the tariffs on the back end, because sometimes they don't charge you the tariff until it's arrived. And essentially, you can't pick up your package unless you pay the extra amount. Or if they're going to take charge of that, because Waterstones already said that they're not responsible for any additional tariff costs. So yeah, no, books are going to be more expensive. Like, the books that have already been printed, like, they already have the price on the cover. So if they are already printed, they already have the cost, they are ready. But if there's books that are getting printed to be sold, yeah, prices can very much go up. Especially if you're buying online. If you're buying online, they can tack on the tariff price. They can tack it on as sales tax. So it's gonna be expensive. So that's why I'm trying to limit the new books that I buy to special editions or Barnes & Noble editions. Everything else I'm primarily trying to find used. Unless I really want to support the author and I'm like, brand new, it's okay. Yeah. Yep. If it was shipped, yeah. All right, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting. Sorry. Quickly jumping in. Don't get a Kindle. Get an e-reader. But don't get a Kindle. Okay. Where is it? You didn't bring it. Where is it? I'm not gonna get that. right. How did that go for everyone? Xena is hyper tonight, man. She has been, like, sprinting throughout the apartment, bringing me her toy, causing a ruckus. That child didn't get to read. That's okay. That's alright. We're here to chill. Oh my gosh, like, I am just knocking this book out of the park. With V for Vendetta, I plan to finish it tonight. Oh, awesome! Finished your book! Started The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. I have not heard of that one before. Apparently this book has a hot spring episode. Nice. Nice. Excuse me. Yeah, I got, let me see. Not as much tapping as the beginning of the book. Like right now they're just kind of settling into the internment camp. But it's still like... So I've read a lot of historical fiction and historical nonfiction regarding Auschwitz. And there's a lot of... Like, I haven't read enough about the Japanese internment camps to really make a comparison. But there's a lot of similarities on things that happen in... Oh my gosh. When you love history... Oof. Octopus just... I did not see that coming! Sid, I'm not spoiling anything, but when Marcellus mentions a ring, that's my absolute favorite line of the entire book. More aha... Plenty aha moments. I don't know where I left off with you guys. This is a quote. What did I mark here? Hang on. Oh, divide and conquer. Yeah, that is. Hang on. Ha! Here's one. We're all citizens of the United States forced on a dead-end journey into the desert. The Muslims who aren't citizens are going on a much longer trip, deportation. Green cards and visas instantly invalidated with a stroke of the presidential pen. 2019. This was written in 2019. What was the other one? Yeah, this book is just... I don't know why I feel like Monsters Incorporated 2019! 2019! Those aren't the words. I mean, those aren't the numbers, but that's how I feel. So I think it's like 2319, I think it's what it actually is. Joined late. It's okay, Katie. Welcome in. I'm going to ask what that was written because... Dude, yeah. Same president, different timing. Last time he was obsessed with getting rid of Muslim and Muslim Americans. And there was a whole Muslim ban. That was his obsession last administration. Current administration, Hispanics. So, yeah. Very real. Very, very real. Ugh. Oh, I needed that. I'll do 2 more sprints. I shouldn't, but I'll do 2 more sprints tonight. Yeah, I also got... When was this one written? This one is about 3 teenagers that are escaping Guatemala, traveling through Mexico to try and reach the American border. This one was written in 2020. Same administration. Okay, here's a dedication. This is a book that I found that I picked up. I haven't read it yet, obviously. She lists a bunch of children's names, and she's like, and all the children whose names we do not know, whose existence and demise have been hidden, and the children whose names will come after the publication of this book, who also suffered and died in the United States custody while seeking refuge. For the children lost along the journey, the ones caught in between, guided only by their fragile hope, whose ghosts roam the borders and deserts of countries that failed them. I just realized also, the 2020 Super Bowl was Shakira and J-Lo. And it was, to me, it was comparable by the Super Bowl from this past year, because in that one, J-Lo had kids in cages singing, and people were like, why would you put girls in cages? That's just horrible. It's like, oh, you don't like kids in cages? You agree that kids in cages is bad? Referencing the border. And then, I think her daughter started singing Born in the USA, Born in the USA, and Jennifer Lopez comes out with an American flag and she flips it. They start singing Let's Get Loud, and it's the Puerto Rican flag. Oh my God, my household screamed so loud. It was amazing. But that, I just realized, I was like, that's right, the Kids in Cages was in 2020 when this book was released. Was the whole situation with the kids at the border in the cages. I forgot about that. Oh, the Puerto Rican flag jacket was amazing. Oh my gosh, like I just remember screaming, because again, if you hear the lyrics and you pay attention to all the symbolism, it was right there. But everyone was focusing on, oh, she put little girls in cages. It's like, wrong kids in cages, but I'm glad you agree that that's a problem. That's the focus. And people are like, why is she showing the Puerto Rican flag? We're America. Yeah, we are. I'm not going to keep ranting, but I will keep ranting, because it's these books, man. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, but it's these books. I never thought I would like fiction. I never thought I would like fiction like this. And I don't even know if I don't even want to call this fiction. Like, it's not nonfiction. I don't know what to. Does anybody know? Is there like a specific category for this genre? Like, is it just fiction? Can we call it like fiction realism? Like, I don't know what to call it. Was when I finally broke from my parents' dogma. I'm glad that my mom was a supporter, and then I called her when they detained Puerto Ricans in Milwaukee and took them to the detention center, because they were like, you're brown and speaking Spanish. Quite literally, that's why ICE took them. Didn't look at their IDs, didn't listen to them, just took them. When that happened, I called my mom to let her know, and she was telling me that she's watching all these documentaries about 1930s Germany, and did you know this? And I'm like, first off, you're educating yourself? I love you. And I was like, so what do you think about the current administration? And then I don't know when she stopped being a supporter, and it's just like, mother. And when my brother talked to her about the Puerto Rican citizenship certificate, she immediately jumped into action, went down to the office, asked what was needed, that got our extra birth certificates. Like, it was just like, she is so fearful, but at the same time jumping into action to help us any way she can from the island. Italicized fiction? Realistic fiction. That's what I think is realism a genre, because I'm gonna, on Goodreads, I have like a whole bunch of different shelves. Like, I'm gonna delete some of them. Like, I think I had one for the Grishaverse, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need that anymore. But I'm gonna add one that's like parallels reality. I don't know what I'll name it, but I gotta make another like shelf on Goodreads, and I'm like, bam, 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 bam. And then I gotta play with tags on Storygraph. I just haven't, but I need to play with tags. Political fiction, contemporary fiction. It is so much. It is so much. It is so much. Has anyone here heard? I have not read Gothicana. No. Gothicana. I think what killed it for me was when it was first published, it had a lot of grammatical errors, and I'm very on grammatical errors, and then the cover was made by AI. So it didn't, I'm not saying Gothicana is good or bad, because I have not read it, but nothing has enticed me to want to read it, essentially. Current events, it's like, it's not current events, but it's so close. So I think realistic fiction is, but then there's like, I don't know, maybe political realism is more along the lines. Because if we put realistic fiction, then contemporary romance can fall into that as well. Page for Internment on Goodreads will tell you all the genres it falls into. Yes! Yes, but also sometimes it's just like Goodreads just lumps it sometimes. Okay. We'll do 2 more. I really shouldn't because I have to like pack and wash clothes and all that stuff, but we're irresponsible. People should know. Can that please be a genre? Hi, welcome to Internment. This is a young adult shit people should know. And side fiction. Predictable realistic fiction. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's okay, Cassie. Can't like chat. I know, right? Contemporary young adult. Yeah, it's like... I get it, because it's not a fantasy, it's not a sci-fi, it's not a dystopian. I don't know. I'm glad it's in the young adult section. I'm like, shoot, get those teenagers riled up. Heck yeah. Definitely hits some very difficult topics. Happy sprinting, everybody. Skittles. How did that sprint go for you guys? I think I'm almost at 50%. How many pages are in this book again? Page 104. Finished up a section on my Diamond Dot. Awesome. I haven't done that yet. I really want to. Finished chapter of the Personal Librarian. 18 pages in that sprint. Let me see. I'm at... I am 43% into this book. Got one more sprint tonight. One more sprint. I should be not going to bed. I should be washing clothes and doing a bunch of other stuff, but... alas, here we are. Cold sparkling water really hits the spot. Excuse me. 90% finished 90% in, finished a Discovery of Witches. Nice. An extra 30 minutes doesn't hurt. 60% through Catching Fire. Oh, this book is so funny. Which book are you reading again? Remind me, because there's bad memory. Into our Infinite Fates. Just started reading. My son was getting sick. Oh no! I hope he's getting better. And thanks for popping in. I'm getting to a hopeful part in the book. Like, I haven't really tabbed anything crazy yet, because now it's just talking about, like, their life in the camp, as opposed to, like, all the craziness. It's still really good, though, and they're mentioning about, how they don't get any news inside. They don't know what's happening out in the real world. And, like, secret people are giving them information on things that are happening out in the real world. So, it's crazy. It's crazy that this genuinely was the mentality in the last administration. Now, I don't know what to do, because I'm going to take this with me. But, let me see. How many pages do I have left? 200 pages. If I can find... I don't know if I'm going to do Hunger Games next. Or jump into this book that I just found today. I have so many books I need to jump into. But I couldn't help it. How long is... This one's shorter, right? Yeah, this one's a little shorter. Not too much. 40 pages shorter. I can take them both. I've done heavier books before. Flip a coin. Well, like, I'm taking this one for sure. The question is like, do I take it? Oh, yeah, Hunger Games or this one? I know. I just kind of feel like I am in this state of mind at the moment. I am definitely in this state of mind. I'm like, I need to read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but I don't feel like I want to, what's the word here? Dang it. Where you kind of, like, agree with somebody. I don't know. I don't feel like reading about President Snow from a perspective where I would, like, feel bad for him. I don't feel like doing that yet. From Pasta Author, and I'm gonna reread it. Ooh, what's the book, Gabriella? ¿Cuál es el libro? I know there's a book that I saw. I think it's called, like, The Witches of El Paso or something like that. I haven't gotten it because it was like, I saw it at the store. It was like $30. I'm like, I don't know what you're about. I'll just cross my fingers and hope to see you in the used bookstore. I need TikTok to stop sending me these battle notifications. Because I'm not doing that. Let's see here. Excuse me. Reminder for everyone, tonight at least, I am live on YouTube. With everything happening, China pretty much confirmed that any deals for TikTok are off the table. We got 2 months, things can change. But I'm definitely gonna try and focus more content on YouTube. I gotta remember Tomes exists. I gotta practice utilizing Blue Sky more. But I am live on YouTube right now. You guys can always throw the YouTube lives on your computer, on your smart TVs. So I'm live on TikTok right now. And as long as I'm home, I'll also be live on YouTube. So if I go live this weekend, I'm going to be out of town. So that's going to be TikTok only. But just a heads up for anybody that place I've been posting. Yeah, I need to get, like, even with Facebook, I wasn't, like, posting as much. I would post on Instagram so my nephews and nieces would see it, and it would just, like, auto-post to Facebook. So it's things that, like, I forget exist because I'm hardly there. But I do need to be better about it. Like, I want to get, like, a whole grid system where, like, I plan out my posts, because if I don't have organization, I'm just, like, overwhelmed and lost. Yes, Skylight Social is the TikTok alternative funded by Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is the guy that gave us the super cheap pharmaceuticals because he'd rather help people than help businesses. So Skylight Social connects to your Blue Sky. So if you post on Skylight Social, you can post videos up to 3 minutes long. If you post on Blue Sky, you can post videos up to 1 minute long, and you can also post, it's kind of like an old school Twitter, but whatever you post on one shows up on the other. So, I can see your comments, but I've been getting a lot of comments. Oh, the smell of old lady perfume. Okay. The El Paso author. Gotcha. Is anyone else? I mean, everyone's gonna be. I'm not saying I'm not doing only Skylight. My primary place will be YouTube. But whatever I post on YouTube, if it's YouTube Reels or Shorts, whatever they're called, I'll post those also on Skylight Social. But like on Blue Sky, I'll be posting like little status updates and things like that. Instagram will be a copycat of YouTube Shorts. I'm not going to get creative on Instagram. I might post photos, but Instagram is mainly just going to be telling people I'm on YouTube. So, short book reviews and remind people of bookish events on... Yes! No, yeah, I just need to practice more. Like, I actually have a notebook. I have a big planner notebook so that I can plan out my posts, and I just have not done that. Yeah, Skylight looks just like TikTok. Now, Skylight Social is still fairly new, so there's still a lot of like little bugs and quirks that they're working out, but they're very communicative. They're almost like the guy from Storygraph. Like they communicate all the updates, all the things that are happening, all the things that they're gonna update. They respond to any notes that you might have. So they're constantly updating it. But yeah, Skylight Social, it doesn't have as much videos as TikTok, but it's definitely looks very, very similar. It's an Android. Okay, so I think they're working on the Android code. Is that Skylight Social or is that Tomes? I can't remember. One of them, they're working on the Android code because it's not a copycat. They can't just make it on iPhone and Android. It's two different codes. So they have the iPhone code and they're still not done with the Android code. I got many asks what about Europe, especially UK. Yeah, with my international followers, it's really just going to be Instagram and YouTube for now. Because I don't know if they have Tomes or Blue Sky or Skylight Social. Oh, you're fine. Don't apologize for typos. That's why I wanted to go live. When I first got on TikTok, my goal was to go live so that I wouldn't be typing. I'm not kidding you guys. I only wanted to go live so that I wouldn't have to type. That's it. I loved reading sprints. I loved the concept. I loved hopping into reading sprints. I hated typing. So when I was finally able to go live, I was like, I can talk to y'all without dealing with that. It's fantastic. This guy's to show my Android. I hope I can get tomes eventually. I feel like tomes said something about the androids. Like, I know they've been really working on that, and it really just comes down to the Android code. So it's definitely not forgotten, for sure. This will be our last sprint of the night. Started to dictate everywhere in my apps, yes. Would you recommend reading them on a row, or could I break it up with Iron Flame? Honestly, if you have not read Onyx Storm, I recommend doing Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, Onyx Storm straight. Because Onyx Storm just jumps right into everything, and it's so complex in so many details, she's not going to go back and explain. So it's best if you do that in one sweep. And the Throne of Glass series, I don't know, I like doing it in one sweep so that you don't have to come back later and try to remember where you were at. That's me. But for sure, Onyx Storm, if you haven't done it before, you want to do a reread sweep. Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, Onyx Storm. Trust me, you want that. Last sprint of the night. Happy sprinting, everybody. it say? man. This is so good. So good. Ah, what page did I get to? Alright, I am officially... 53% into this book. Really? That's it? It's so good. Okay, I'll read one last quote for you guys. Because this book. You need to understand that the president operates like the Constitution is a blank slate. His party holds the Senate and the House. No one is challenging him. People won't even call him out on his blatant lies. This book was written in 2019. So good. So good. Anyways. Alright. I have to get packing and do stuff and take care of stuff. So, starting with YouTube. Wait, where's your YouTube? There we are. Starting with YouTube. Thank you guys so much for popping in. I think the next live will either be Monday or Tuesday. I do not remember what time my flight comes in. So, Monday or Tuesday. So, YouTube, I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for popping in. Y'all have